There we are. I am online, and I'm feeling still not so great, but today we're going to be covering Pythagorean's theorem, our a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I'm just going to go over example problems. It's Friday, so it's going to be a nice and relaxed day today. We're going to go through example problems of trying to find the hypotenuse of a triangle, going through kind of what the sides are. You have your A, your B, and your C, and finding the answers to about 8 example problems. So if you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out, and I normally get a few people in the chat asking me some questions, so if you're watching this at a later date, just know that I stream classes Monday through Friday, anywhere from 9 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. is when I start, and they usually last about an hour. So come on in, hang out, enjoy the class time, and ask me questions. I'm open to any type of questions when it comes to math, whether it's algebra, geometry. I can get in a little bit into your calculus, but let's get started. I already have a problem up on the board, and it is this one. So we have our triangle, right? So with the Pythagorean theorem is as follows. We have, and I hope my sound is working nice and well today, that everything is spot on. I ended up sleeping about 20 some hours. In yesterday's stream, I felt really tired and I had slept since then. So it has been a crazy 24 hours. But your sides of the triangle, you have your A, your B, and your C. And typically it goes in that order, right? Typically your C is called your hypotenuse. That is the longest part of your triangle. So we'll put some dashed lines there. That's the longest point of your triangle, longest length, longest side. And with the Pythagorean theorem, if you haven't noticed already, you have your square down in the bottom left of your Pythagorean theorem, right? And that means that this is a 90-degree angle. When you have that square in the bottom left side of your triangle, it means that there's a 90 degrees in between those two sides. They don't give us what these sides are, but we always know that the sum of our triangle's angles, the inside, is 180 degrees on the inside, okay? Which I can get into that a little bit, and I might make some videos of that, but I don't know how much in live class I'll get into doing your sine, cosine, and tangent of angles, but just know there is a saying called SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. There we go, I said it right that time. SOHCAHTOA. That actually hurt a little bit. But SOHCAHTOA, that helps you out when you're dealing with triangles, but we are just going to be getting into the Pythagorean theorem, and that is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, that's all we're sticking to today. Let's see. So let's see who is in the chat. So I have my alternate account watching right now, the Paul Show. That's one of my more different channels. And I think I have one other person, but that's okay. And let's start this. So our A is equal to 16. And I would recommend, you do get a calculator if you're taking the GED class or the GED test, you get a calculator. I recommend that you do that, right? You use the technology that's given to you. And then your B is equal to 12, and we are trying to figure out our C. That's what we're trying to do up in the top right. So we have our a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And those are exponents, variables and exponents. We're given the two variables, we're given what they are, and so we can solve for the third variable. So what we do is we just plug in. We plug in our 12 for a, so 12 squared, plus, and then what is b squared? So that is 16. We must square 16, and that will give us our 16, or not 16. That will give us our c squared. Okay. So a squared is 12, b squared is 16, so 16 squared, 12 squared, and 16 squared. We have to sum those two. So let's go ahead, let's use a calculator. So 12 times 12, that is what 12 squared is. That is 144. Oh, 144 plus, what is 16 times 16? My brain is still not operating at 100% because I think I am getting very sick, especially with me sleeping that much. So that is 256. 256. And then you add those two numbers together. So 144 plus 256 is 400. 400. And so our c squared is 400. Let me see if I can finally draw a 0. Okay, there we go. So our 400 is c squared. So c squared equals 400. Okay. Now, what do we do at this point? What should we do at this point? Well, we should take the square root, take the square root of both sides. Why? Because that will cancel out that exponent. That will cancel out the c squared. We're just going to be left with c. So c equals, what is the square root of 400? Let's go ahead and do that. That is 20. Oops. I moved my screen just a little bit. Huh, weird. C equals 20. And that means that we're done. We've solved C. So C equals 20. Boom. Done. Easy peasy, right? It's not too bad. And usually your example problems, or those problems that they're going to give you, will be nice. They won't be extra difficult. They don't want to make it a total pain for you guys to solve these problems. So let's go on. Let's do another example. And we will erase what's on the board. And I'll put up another triangle. Okay, so our next triangle, where is it? There we go. I have it. Try to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Try my best to draw these as okay as possible. It's always hit or miss. So our sides on this triangle are 9 and 40. Okay. And I might end up having to move this a little bit just to give us a little bit more room to do the math part of things. So we have our triangle, 9 and 40. And what are our sides of our triangle? We'll do that in the top left. So we'll still write our Pythagorean theorem of a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Good, it looks okay on my end. And my delay is just very little. I have a very short delay today, so I can actually take your questions. Everything will be just fine. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. What is our a? And what is our b? Our a equals, we'll put our a down here as 40. So this is our a. And our b is the only other one that's available. It is the 9. And then we are trying to figure out the hypotenuse. Oops. There we go. We're trying to figure out that middle piece right there. Check it out. Hey, it's a cool little math character of 2 question marks and an exclamation point. So, our A is 40, and our B is 9. And you just plug and chug. The Pythagorean theorem is a plug and chug problem. What I mean by that is that you put it in and you process it. You just do what they're telling you to. So what is 40 squared plus 9 squared, and that equals c squared. Okay. Hope my handwriting is at least moderately okay today. So what is 40 times 40? That is 1600. So we have 1600 plus 9. 9 squared is what? We'll do that too. That is 81. Okay. So what is, and just double check your stuff, right? Always double check your stuff. So 40 times 40, that is 1600. Yep. And 9 times 9 is 81. So we add those two together, and we get, I'll drop down below this triangle, so we get 1681 on our left side, and that equals c squared. Okay. And just like our other problems, we're going to take the square root of one side and the square root of the other, and that will cancel out the exponent. A square root is the inverse operation of your exponent, of something being squared, right? So that's c squared. So a square root is the opposite. It is the inverse operation of it. So what is the square root of 1681? Let's see. It is nice and clean too. Nice. It is a clean number. So that is 41. And that equals our c. So c equals 41. And we are done. We are done. Nothing to it. So 41 is our answer for our hypotenuse. And if you notice that it is also the longest side. This one comes in pretty close at 40, but your hypotenuse should always be your longest side of the triangle. And there should be that square in the bottom left. And do you remember what the sum of all of the angles are? What is the sum of all of your angles? It is 180 degrees inside of the triangle. Always 180 degrees. Boom, you're done. Nothing to it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's all memorization for the most part, or just getting very comfortable with it, okay? Ooh, I might have to grab a Red Bull here in another second. So, our sides of this triangle are A is 40, B is 9, and C is 41. Okay. Let's do another example. And eventually I will get to playing some chess. I will say that. I will eventually get to playing chess. Okay. Oh, there we go. Get it all looking good, nice and cleaned up before we move on to our next example problem. So what is our next example problem? We have this triangle. We'll go with a nice purple. Okay, and our sides are 40. Oh no, I've already done that one. Our sides are 21 and 20. And they are asking for the hypotenuse. There. So, what is our hypotenuse in this problem? How do we go about doing this? It's just like any other problem. Any other triangle problem. You identified that it is a right triangle. You know that it has 180 degrees. The sum of all of the angles inside is 180 degrees. This right here we will label as our A, and then our B, and then this is our C. Okay? So you use the Pythagorean theorem on this, and that is A squared. Let's see. Everything looks pretty good so far on my end. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Okay? And then you just plug it in. It's so nice. It's so nice. So our A is 21, and then we must square it. And then our B is 20, and we must square that. Okay? And that equals C squared. So what is 21 squared? What is 20? And if you don't know, if you're just popping in, 21 squared is another way of writing 21 times 21 plus, and then it's 20 times 20, okay? So this is just another way of writing all of this stuff. So c squared, what's another way of thinking of c squared? That is c times c, okay? So it's really nice. It's super nice. So what is 21 times 21? And my chat is on a low delay, so we can finally talk a little bit, okay? I can finally help you guys out directly. So 21 times 21, that is 441 plus, what is 20 times 20? That is 400. And it equals, so 441 plus 400, so that equals our c squared. And then we'll just drop it down from there, okay? Is all of this, if as long as this is going okay, I think you'll be just fine. So it's 841, and that equals c squared, okay? So what is the square root? So now, hang on, sorry, I was jumping there a second. I will ask you, what is the inverse operation of something squared? So when you are doing c squared, how do you undo c squared? What's the opposite of c squared? It is the square root. Now we'll do a little bit lighter of a color. So it is the square root. And then you must do the square root to both sides. And the reason why is that's the inverse operation. That's how you're going to get rid of this exponent. So those two cancel out. Think of that as like, you know, multiplication is the opposite of division. Division is the opposite of multiplication. If you multiply by 2 and you divide by 2, it cancels each other out, right? So that's why you have your c squared, and then you take the square root of that. It cancels out that squared part. And then all you are left to do is find the square root of 841, and that will be nice and easy numbers, right? Whenever you're taking a test, for the most part, they're going to give you nice and easy numbers. Hey, how's it going? Export, square root? Yep, so you do the square root. Good. I'm on a very short delay now. I only have a 7-second delay. I finally have set it up properly. So the square root of 841 is 29, and that equals our c. So yeah, so now my delay between the chat and everything, it's only 7 seconds. So I am faster on the whole show now. It's a lot nicer. So our c is 29, and we can just put that right here next to our odd little face that we made. So we now know all of our sides. Your hypotenuse is always the longest side of the triangle. Okay. You know, there's some really interesting videos out there of like what's faster, if you rolled a ball down this part of the triangle, and then, or if you rolled a ball down your lengths of your sides here. And it's pretty neat. It's a good question, right? If we were to roll this ball down and then we rolled one down the hypotenuse, what would happen, right? Well, the hypotenuse one will it'll always win, except if there's another design. There's another design you can use, and it's like this type of curve where instead of hitting this bottom layer, you actually dip down lower, and then you come back up. I can't remember the name of the curve. There's a math term to the curve. But if you rolled a ball down this side, right, it would be the fastest out of all three, which it doesn't seem intuitive because it would be going a longer distance, but your acceleration at this point here is fast enough. That increase in acceleration is so fast, it actually speeds it up. It gets to the finish line before this one. It's super interesting. Very, very, very neat. So let's do a couple more examples. And export, I think this next week, we're going to take a step back in our classes, because for the most part, if you have all of this stuff down that we've went over already, you've been hanging out in my classes for a while now, you're going to be just fine with all of that stuff that we've went over. If you practice the factoring, if you practice solving for your x-axis, finding your zeros, you'll be a-okay. But I think what I'll do is I'll take a step backwards, and we will go through some of the more initial parts, right? You'll get some more word problems, some more example problems, a little bit more wordy. But let's go ahead and draw our next triangle. There we go. That looks okay to me. And, ooh, here we go. This one has a side of 18 and 80. There we go. And it is a right triangle. Okay. So we have our A, our B, and our C is unknown. Boom. There. Making a face. Making a face for our unknown. Okay. Same process. Always that same process. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Okay. You plug in your A, so that's 80. We'll change the colors up a little bit. We'll make our 80 this blue, so it's 80. Uh-oh, I moved it just a little bit. Yeah, there are plenty of word problems. I would say it's like a good mixture. It's like half and half of word problems to equations, to the best of my knowledge. There might, depending on your luck, right, which version of the test you get, it could be more. So our A is 80, and we have to square that, and then we have our 18 squared, and so that all of that stuff equals C squared. So then what is 80 times 80? Okay, so that's 6,400. 6,400. If I did all of my math right. Always don't be afraid to double check yourselves ever. And with me sleeping like 20 hours in the last 24, I think that, yeah, I should double check myself. So it is 6,400. I don't like that yellow though, but then we move on to our next one, and that is 18 times 18. And we get, what is 18 times 18? That is plus 324 equals our C squared. Okay. Yeah, definitely some word problems. You'll get a fair amount of those. So 6,400 plus 324, that gives us our 6,724, and that equals our C squared. How do we undo that C squared? What's the opposite of the exponent of 2? It is the square root, and the square root. And now, this is not related to the Pythagorean theorem, but what if we had C cubed? What if we had C cubed? How would I undo C cubed? What is the inverse operation of C cubed? Just kind of curious how you guys are going to go over that. It is the cube root, okay? It is the cube root. Those two cancel each other out, okay? And that still gives you your C. Same type of idea. Math, I'll say once you get the hang of math, and if you're coming in here now or at a later date, most likely you might be struggling a little bit with math, but don't worry, keep going. You will get it. And once you get the hang of it, it's really, there's a process to it. And so once you get that process hammered down, you become a lot better at math. Exactly, cube root. Good job, export. You got it correct. I appreciate the answer. That is awesome. And so then what is the square root of 6,724? Let's go ahead and do that. So 6,724, the square root of that is a nice number, a very nice number. Again, that is 82. We will go with green. 82 equals our C, because that cancels out and that comes down into the 82. So we are done with that problem. Nothing to it. Easy peasy, easy peasy. So cool. What time is it? It's 10:11. I haven't even been streaming for a half hour. I can feel I think I am definitely coming down with something unusual, because I'm just exhausted, very tired, a little bit dizzy almost. It's rough. I don't know. I don't feel like sick though. I don't feel like, ugh. So yeah, so like the big keywords, the big keywords that you want to look for when you deal with word problems with geometry, right? So always just look for, we'll go through a couple of them. So look, they'll still have to use keywords like area of a triangle. Okay, they will go through, instead of triangle, it might be something like area of a circle or a square. Okay, and the other parts that you might find, they still have to use that triangle word, right? So like keywords when it comes to word problems of geometry, they still have to use, there's no way around some of them, like circumference. Oh, I think I spelled that right today. Good. So circumference, you have area, you have your perimeter, you have, what else? So three-dimensional objects, it'll be volume. Ooh, that's not how you spell volume. Volume, you have your surface area. So they can't really get away from using those words. Yeah, I might call it a little bit earlier, but you know, the other thing I could do, I did label this as like a chess / math hangout. So the first half we could just do some math, and then the second half I might do some not some stroll. I guess you could call chess stress, but some chess. So like the keywords though, these are the keywords that are gonna help you out the most. Volume, surface area, they can't really get around those in your word problems with geometry. Yeah, so you'll be okay. You'll be perfectly fine. I have total confidence in you. And they don't have they don't have a lot of geometry problems on the GED test anyways. So like you're gonna be golden. You're gonna be golden. Get the factoring numbers down, practice those, finding where it crosses the x-axis, a little bit more understanding of functions. You're ready to rock and roll. And if you feel comfortable with fractions, you're even a leap ahead. The word problems do get a little bit sticky for some people, but just take your time, read through them very carefully, think critically, find the keywords of what you need to know, right? So you still want to find those keywords, right? Okay, so, so instead of moving on to another example problem, I think what I'll do is I will move on. Let's just hang out, let's chill, let's play some chess. And if you are just popping in here, hit the like button. It spreads it to more people, so more people can watch me lose at chess, you know? It's not too bad. I'm not too shabby at it. I finally got my 1 minute blitz up to, I got up to 1600 and then I fell back down from 1600. Export, do you play chess at all? Oops. Let's go to chess.com. I leveled up to the Silver League. Cool. And we'll go play. And all I have to do to switch this is... There we go. Nice. Hey, it looks okay too. Okay. Whew. Let's go ahead. I'll switch it to a 5-minute game. I don't feel like doing any 1-minute blitz, especially since I'm gonna still try to hang out and play or participate in the chat a little bit, so I can still pay attention to what's happening and play this game. I should be okay. See, I don't mind too much if he leaves that. So like this bishop here, like it's not too intimidating to me. Like, and this guy right here is nothing too crazy either. I can keep that. So this will be important. Okay. Interesting move choices by this guy. Is he gonna push? It is. Okay. Nothing too... Oh, that's okay if you're bad at it. Totally fine if you're bad at chess. Oh, he's gonna take this pawn. Or at least he should. He does not. That's interesting. He could have taken that pawn, no problem. So that's an interesting move. I might be in a little bit of trouble. I'll still go here. Let's see what he does. Okay. Interesting. There. Now I can threaten him. I went from being threatened considerably to being the one making the threats, so that's nice. And then I still want to defend that piece, so I'll move my knight back. The big thing with chess is you just keep doing it. Oh, he can take my bishop there. I should have taken that. I go here. Good. Cool. This guy is letting me hang out and do what I want. That's very nice. Very nice of him. I no longer even really need to worry that much about too many of my pieces, so I can hide them back behind my rook. Yeah, so most of your GED tests, it's multiple choice. So you will have options on your tests, right? So that's a nice, powerful tool to use to your advantage, and that's a free knight that he just gave me. So yeah, definitely, so that's definitely an advantage to you, and I would suggest that you try to use that advantage. Uh-oh, dang it. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see where he goes now. Interesting. I'll do a queen sacrifice. I don't care. He can't move his rook here, right? If he does, okay, so he'll take that piece. I think I still just go here. And then I can threaten his queen. He's up by 1 point here, so that's fine. That's totally cool with me. This knight is a beast. It's protecting my pawn here, and that's crucial. But he could just start pushing this. Yeah. Now I'm interested. What do you do now, buddy? What are your moves? I can just continuously check it now. Now he'll move back. Yeah. This game is done. It's a draw. Yeah. Yep. Hey, not too bad. Not too bad. I got a +1. Okay. I'm only going to do a couple of games of chess. If you do like hanging out in here, I appreciate you a lot. It helps me out a ton. I'm up to 68 subscribers now. Or no, 58. I'm boosting myself by 10. Oops. I'm up to 58 subscribers now, so that's pretty neat. I started off like a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, with like 23. So the channel is growing. We are getting more people into the circle, into the math circle, where everybody loves math a whole bunch. That's very aggressive right there. Extremely aggressive. See, so, okay, a good telltale sign of somebody that's not really, really good at chess is so what they're doing is they're simplifying super early, right? Like, they're just trying to put all of their pieces out there, get them taken, make it an easier game, which is not a bad thing. It's a good bit of advice for people that are new to chess, right? So now he'll move this over, or at least he should. Or no, he has to move his knight. So I'm one step ahead of him here. He has to move his knight out of the way. I don't care. He'll take this. 100%. Yeah. Don't care. You can take that too. Go for it. Just one step behind me, my friend. Now what are you gonna do? Huh? Huh? Now what? What happens from here? Exactly. So yeah, when you have that multiple choice type of setup, use that to your advantage, right? I think I'm gonna win. I think he's hosed. So yeah, when you have more than one question or more answers, right? You can make sure you can, but I want to give you a warning, right? They put false answers where, like, if you did everything wrong or if you did everything right, uh-oh, dang it, I'm in trouble now. I lost. I definitely just messed up super bad. That's okay. Oh well. Maybe I can time him out. Probably not. I think I surrender this one. This guy's just toying with me now at this point. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. Is he not able to actually do it to me? What's the deal? Just take this pawn. Oh my goodness. There. What a dork. Okay, let's see. It's not too bad. He should be able to get me here. Oh my goodness. Okay, good job. Now you just move your... Don't move your queen there. Don't move your rook there. You'll be in trouble real fast. Okay, so then I just go... I go here. I'm very curious. Let's see. This game is going way... Oh, okay. Okay, now he has a win. He has his focus on. Good job. Good job. Now just drop this pawn down or something. Not that far. Go here, right? Let's clear that. Okay, good job. Now bring your queen up. Take that pawn. Okay, or just checkmate me. That's funny. No, definitely was not. Under normal circumstances, I would probably resign at that point because he was like 4 or 5 points ahead of me. So I don't mind. I will definitely rematch him, but he does not want to. So let's see. I like this start because it's a kind of a volatile start when I do my queen pawn opening, right? It creates this kind of system of like, okay, we're going to battle, right? Okay, so let's see how he reacts to this. He can come down and check me with his queen, which that's the best move for him at this point. If he doesn't, it's going to be some crazy exchanges happening. So let's see how this goes. Let us see. Yeah, so in like the last 2 weeks, I've gotten almost 100 hours of watch time because thanks to my little shorts that I've made, I'm up to like, I don't know, 5,200 views. This guy's still thinking. Okay, cool. It's either he's thinking or he's cheating, right? So with chess.com, there's a ton of bad cheaters now. Ever since streamers have made it super popular over the last year and a half, they have, cheating has ran rampant. So we'll do our exchanges. I'll even go with my queen here. And then he'll drop his queen down and I'll take it again. Now what? Let's see how he does this. Interesting choice of move. Let's go with here. See how he reacts. I think he should probably take it. Nope. I'll take his though. So why I'm taking that knight is because I'm stacking his pawns up, right? That's not good. So now all I have to do is move my rook here, which I don't know if that's the best possible move. Then I'll go there. He might bring his rook down. Nope, he does not. So now I have a double threat on this pawn here, which is super nice. Yeah, so I'm sitting okay. I'm threatening his bishop here. Absolutely no problem from me with any of this. I think my best move was to move this out of the way. So I'll do that now. And now I'm threatening this pawn. What's my IQ? My IQ? I mean, I have tested it before. It's been a while since I've tested it. Last time I tested it, I mean, I don't like talking about IQ because all it does is it tests your ability to test, right? So we'll just say that, right? IQ just tests your ability on testing. If you look at Magnus Carlsen's supposed IQ, his is supposedly around that 160 mark. Or no, they say like his is like 190, 180, right? My IQ, I am sitting at, I'll just tell you, fine. It's like 145, 148. I'm not, I mean, it's a decent IQ. But IQ is meaningless, I'll say that. Oh, look at, see, I wasn't paying attention, so I got myself hosed right there. All he really has to do is move this out of the way. Oh no, I'm threatening that rook. Now he's threatening me. We'll see how this goes. I'm in very bad shape now. Horribly bad shape. So now he wants to simplify. He wants to get me out of here, right? Duel in Black? I do not know Duel in Black. Is that a streamer or what is Duel in Black? Or Duel in Back. Duel in Back. I don't know what that is. Is that a game? I'll defend. I still have plenty of time on him. I don't have my time up on the screen, but I have 3 minutes and 21 seconds. So I just can dance around for a little bit. Duel in Back. Nope. No clue. Don't even know what to do in this situation. I'm in deep, deep trouble. I think I have to give up this pawn somehow. Well, no. I think I'll be okay. I'm sectioning off. It's a cognitive training with scientific validation. Oh, interesting. Very neat. There we go. So now I'm bringing my my bishop all the way around, and oh, he's defending that position, so that stinks. Now let's see what he does. I can push this pawn up. Okay, so I'll take that. I think in this situation, if I go here, he goes back here and he can check me. I'll still go there. I'll still go there. Reason why. Gonna try some questions to get ready since exams are getting closer and closer. Enjoy the rest of your day, sir. Good luck with the match. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you hanging out a whole bunch. Make sure you hit the like button. I teach my GED classes Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. somewhere between 9 and 9:45. And yeah, this guy is getting jammed up. He doesn't know what to do. I'm defending this pawn here. Yeah, okay, cool. I appreciate that move. And then I just go back here. Let's see what he does now. Because I have this move of pushing the pawn up. Okay, that's okay. So, let's see. What do we do? What do we do? I'm for those coming in right now, I'm falling farther and farther behind. I'm kind of hosed. So here I'll move up. I think, okay, no. I kind of like that. A little bit. Oh, dang. There we go. Oh, well. Oh, no. Oh, this is a bad run here. I'm out. I'm done. Dunskies. He can take my bishop. And then it's just a slow death from there. He does not... Okay. What is he gonna do? Okay, like just drop a piece down. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay. This guy. Okay, you can drop this down to right there. Here, I'll do a funny. People make a few more blunders, right? Okay. Am I good at math? I mean, I would say that's dependent on, you know, what your thoughts are as far as what's difficult math. Have I had some theoretical math classes? Absolutely. Have I had differential equations, set theory and logic, different types of logic classes? Yeah. So, like, to some people, I'm pretty good. No, I should be around next week. I should be good to go on next week. Yeah, nothing too crazy going on to the best of my knowledge, but I'll be here at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday, or at least the best I can get as far as 9 a.m. Okay, pushing that back a little bit more. So this is a horrible move, just to let you know. Oh, dang it. He got a free pawn because of that. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Uh-oh, Reggie. Let's go. Okay. Deep trouble. I wasn't paying attention to the auto moves. There we go. Oh no. You can tab my queen, I don't mind. Okay, now what? He's still coming in at this piece here. Should move right there. Yeah, I just gave him that. Dang it. It's a way out. There. Now what? Oh, I have sound problems? What do you mean? What are the problems with the sound? I need a little bit more clarification. Oh, dang it. I'm losing this game, by the way, guys. There's no way I win this. He brings it down here. Good job. Yeah. What a dork. Okay. Let's call it good. Let's call it good there. We will call the game good. I shall resign. Here, we'll play some 1 minute blitz just for a little bit. So 1 minute blitz can get me so frustrated. I'll give you that heads up right now. Is my sound a little bit better right now? Can you hear me? What's the problems with the sound? Oh, nope, we're aborting this one. Sorry. Focus. We will get out of this. Play a game. We'll go into 1 minute blitz. So I'll play a couple of games of 1 minute blitz. Uh-oh. Now what? Let's see. What is he gonna do? Uh-oh. There we go. Brings his... Okay. Or not. Do. Now he brings it up. Nope. Still doesn't attack me there. I'll take that. I'll take that exchange all day. Reason why I like that exchange is because now I just have to get out of this area, right? So I'm a little bit jammed up. But once I get this pawn up on this part, like his bishop is not as strong anymore. So I'll take that, and then I'll just dance forward. Yeah. I'm stuck, though. That's not good. Come on. There we go. He has to move there. Oh, dang it. I ran out of time. That's okay. Can you hear me now? Like, everything on my end is saying that the sound is good. I have no problems indicating that my sound is bad. Did you put your phone or tablet on mute by any chance? Let's see. And I was answering people's questions at the time. Like, so I think... Huh. I should be okay. My sound should be fine. I have my microphone just peeking. Oh. I should have actually taken that queen there. That was a huge blunder. Now what? Uh-oh. He didn't see it. Oh no. I'm running. Okay, we'll just resign this. So, my sound is still not working right. Let me check. I'm going to check my backup. 1 second. 1 second. I'll be right back. Check, check, check. Oh yeah, I don't have any sound whatsoever. Weird. I wonder what's happening.